If you remember Trouble in Tuckborough, I ran Trouble in Tuckborough as a duo skirmish solo. When I did that run, it was pretty easy because I was running this way down at level 25, when skirmishes are pretty much heavily nerfed. Welcome, this is Pineleaf Needle, Skirmisher Middle-earth. Today I'm going to run Stormy Methedras at level 85 with the duo setting, to see if this is any more of a challenge than the level 25 Tuckborough run. Therefore, let's open up the skirmish panel and give it a size of 2 instead of 1, and run Stormy Methedras. Now I have to use the specific panel since I want to do this solo, and the only way to force a solo run with duo setting is to go through the specific tab. Now we should be able to see a few lieutenants here who do not appear in Trouble in Tuckborough. Let's see what we've got here. Now if you remember that when I was doing it at level 25, I felt like I was fighting against cardboard. Now this should be a little bit tougher since we only have one nerf. We have the duo nerf. In other words, the nerf that you get for running a duo skirmish as opposed to small fellowship. But we don't have the level 25 skirmish nerf. Which means it's taking me a little bit extra time to get these done. Now, of course, I'm fighting this light ball here, who is giving me this blinding glare. At least no longer. Let's see, what have we got here? Well, we have this hail light ball. He should be quick to kill. Yeah. The hail should go down pretty quickly since they'll probably act pretty much like weaks. I haven't seen any lieutenants yet. It's hard to show you some new lieutenants if I don't draw any of them. Alright, so far no lieutenants. How rude. When I want to show you lieutenants, I don't get any. Do I see anything in there? Forestborn Reaper. I was hoping for something new, and a Forestborn Reaper, and I can't be sure of any other lieutenants here so far. I don't know whether that purple thing is a Kuthrol or if it's a Echo of Death, but either way, it's not a new lieutenant. Now, of course, in a skirmish like this, the trick is keeping my friends alive. It should. Oh, thank you, Flax. Now, my archer here is fully traded. So therefore, she should be able to do well during this run. And I mean fully ranked for the archer, and fully ranked right now means the nominal recommended level is 90, so therefore I paid a premium in marks in order to make sure that my archer was as effective as possible. Now I should be seeing a counter mob soon. Yes, here he is. Alright. Oh. In group runs, he has the same abilities, and he has several abilities on them. One of them is for the, a toast to death, which means, like those drunken dour hands, you see he has this fire he puts out here, like a priestess of flame. And there we go. Now, in case you're wondering why I have this Shame of Defeat icon here, and that is, before running this, I attempted to see whether or not I could survive a 6-player setting. And despite putting it down 8 levels, I found out, no. So therefore, I don't really expect you to go around running 6-player skirmishes solo, even if you drop it 8 levels. The minimum you can set it and still get those lieutenant deeds done. Don't expect to get it through it easily alive. And when it's a skirmish like this, where the rangers can easily get killed and make you lose the skirmish, it's probably not worth the effort. Now, it could be maybe in a skirmish, regular ones that we've seen before. Now, there are some skirmishes where you might be able to get away with that. For example, in Thievery and Mischief, you might not be able to get through the boss fight if you try to solo a 6-player one, but you should be able to get all the way through until just before the boss fight, so you can at least face the lieutenants. But of course, we have a couple more skirmishes before we get into there. But that will be my challenge when we get to Thievery and Mischief, is to see how well I can do it in 6-player setting. Now, the thing about this one is that while in solo and duo, the counterattacks will not start until the previous one is done. When you're in a larger skirmish, counterattacks can happen at a set time. They will happen either when the set time elapses or when you defeat the previous round, whichever comes first. Now, this is going to be tough because I don't think there's any way I'm going to pull only one of those 2 lieutenants. Unless I try coming in this way. See if I could pull this ball and maybe I'll get only 1 lieutenant. Okay, I only got 1 ball. And nothing else. The idea is if you have something that you can't pull by itself, maybe there's something you can pull. Alright, so I got the Defender of the Vial. Now, this is probably the worst mob you can get with the Defender of the Vial. And the reason for that is that these mobs increase your, let's see, Blinding Glare, plus 20% mischance. And of course, if I go after the balls first, then they've got Foul Defender, which is minus 60% incoming melee damage. So they are protected from getting damaged. Now, it's minus 50% solo. You see it's minus 60% in a duo. So their aura gets worse and worse. Therefore, I would have preferred to have pulled the Defender with something that doesn't penalize me. Oh, well, now I'm done with the Defender, I can fight these things. But it was very important for me not to pull it at the same time as the Shepherd. I don't feel like getting splattered. Actually, maybe I should have sent Flax against the Defender, since it looks like she was going against the Balls of Light. Alright, now. Let's see how many of these worms get on me. Only one of them. My favorite skill to use against the Shepherd of Filth, you don't get until pretty late in the game. Oh, that was a wonderfully timed kick. Love it when that happens. And a Hail Fearcaster, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Right. That's done. There's Orthanc. Now let's see if we survive this second series of counterattacks. Now, of course, the real tricky part is going to be keeping the Rangers alive during the boss fight. While it's likely that the drummers will die also, at least you can complete the skirmish if the drummers die, and at least show you something if it does happen that way. And that is a Defender of the... No new lieutenants yet. And I got this Defender of the Vial now I must fight. One, because he's a Defender of the Vial and he needs to go down first to get rid of that penalty. And second of all, he is a supernumerary in this counterattack. It's not part of it, which means if everybody else here is killed before he is, the next counterattack will start. Since supernumeraries do not count in deciding whether or not the next counterattack can start yet. Looks like this tree is also supernumerary. Now I probably would have showed you the 6-player skirmish that failed if it was so kind enough to have shown me a lieutenant that you don't get in solo runs. But unfortunately, I didn't run into any lieutenants in the part of which I was running. Sort of similar to where we're at here. Those lieutenants were sparse at the beginning. Sort of a failure to cooperate when I want to show you new lieutenants. At least this is more of a challenge than the Tuckborough attempt. And we did see how the encounter mob can get... Alright. Here's a real fun one. Cower. Now, he does have the... Yeah, that thing. The thing where he acts like... I should have known he had that ability. Right. One of the things he does is the ability of a Daywalker Berserker, which is the shield thing. But he also likes to pound the ground and like a... like the giant that you get at small fellowship skirmishes. Ouch. Boom. Now the shield, he has even solo runs. But the Thunderstone Smasher stuff that he's doing in there, that's only in group runs. Alright. Now, I'm going to take in a little bit of food so that I'll get my power back. And I'll probably need a little extra help for the boss fight. And of course wait for him to send... Right, that should reduce the pool a little bit. All the spirits come together. They have good team spirit, apparently. Stupid ball of light. Alright. Let's take care of this guy. He's a stone thrower, so obviously I want to get up and close. Since he's not going to come to me. Of course, I guess I could always go into a assailment stance. Alright, now for the old woman. Now we're in duo, so we should still only get one Drake. In a full fellowship run, we'll get another Drake back there. And a raid, you get 4 Drakes, so... it gets a little bit tougher when you add more and more people. But now that I'm going to be going against an... was sort of hoping he wouldn't do that, but alright, he's going along alright. Now how's Black doing against those baby drakes? Well, they are being brought down. Where's the drummer? Is the drummer alive? Maybe he's already dead. Well, that's... I guess that's to be expected. I'm actually surviving pretty well here. How about the Rangers? Well, Saredin's still alive. Alright, and... oh, the drummer is there. So, I get to fight the old woman. I guess Black's kept the drakes off the drum. Hey. Now, biggest risk here is, of course, is that she can still kill the ranger at this point. But it looks like I am getting through here. I didn't seriously think I was going to get through all this, but it's a little tough, but doable. And there we have Stormy Methedras. Ah, a couple of relics in the chest. And that was Stormy Methedras level 85 duo. And unfortunately I did not show you any new lieutenants, but at least we saw a couple of new abilities with our encounter mobs. Next time we'll start on the level 25 skirmish stand at Amansul. Till then, this is Pine Leaf Needles. May your shield protect you, and your spear never break.